In the stillness of the night, the weight of unresolved memories presses down on Dee-Dee like a heavy fog, clouding her thoughts and pulling her back into the past. No matter how hard she tries, the events surrounding Joel's death refuse to fade. They linger, sharp and vivid, replaying over and over again in her mind, haunting whispers of guilt, regret, and unresolved tension. It was a night that shattered everything, leaving behind fragments too jagged to piece together. Tonight, Dee-Dee finds herself once again confronting the ghosts of that fateful evening, wrestling with the unspoken truths that have followed her ever since. The argument between her father and Uncle Ronnie still echoes vividly in her memory. She can see herself as a young girl, standing at the top of the staircase, heart racing as the voices from below clashed with anger and desperation. Even now, the tension from that night feels palpable, a storm brewing between two brothers who let their emotions spiral out of control. The foolishness of their actions had a cost none of them could have anticipated. Joel's life had been the collateral, and Dee-Dee can't help but wonder if there was something she could have done to prevent it. Each flashback feels sharper than the last, images and sounds coming in relentless waves. She remembers the police arriving, their cold suspicion, the way her father and Uncle Ronnie exchanged glances that spoke of guilt and shared secrets. Even now, the weight of those moments bears down on her like a curse. The investigation that followed was a tangled mess, clouded by mistrust and unanswered questions. The authorities never believed her father or Uncle Ronnie, and the truth, whatever it was, remained buried under layers of fear and denial. Dee-Dee's father offers her medication, his gesture small but tender. It's a quiet attempt to soothe her, to mask the pain they all carry, but Dee-Dee knows that no pill can erase the past. She declines, her heart too heavy to accept even the smallest relief. The real burden isn't physical, it's the emotional aftermath of a night she can't escape. Joel's death wasn't just a tragedy, it was a reflection of choices and regrets that none of them have truly confronted. And now, the silence between them only amplifies the weight of what remains unspoken. As the memories come crashing back, Dee-Dee voices the guilt that has festered inside her for years. She wonders aloud if she could have saved Joel, if saying something that night could have changed the outcome. Her father listens quietly, his own regrets hidden behind a weary gaze. He assures her it wasn't her fault, that she was just a child with no power to change what happened. But the guilt remains, clinging to her like a second skin. What if she had been braver? What if she had spoken up? The lack of trust from the police haunts her still. She knows they never believed her father or Uncle Ronnie, and deep down, a part of her can't help but question their innocence too. Were they hiding something from her all these years? Were there truths they kept buried to protect her, or themselves? These doubts twist inside her like a knot, making it impossible to find peace. All Dee-Dee wants is an end to the pain, a way to quiet the memories and let Joel's spirit rest. She speaks her desire aloud, hoping that by naming it, she can finally begin to heal. Her father, sitting beside her, offers a gentle nod, though his eyes carry the same sadness that has shadowed him since that night. There is no easy way out of this, no magic words to erase what happened. But together, they sit in the silence, sharing the burden of the past, hoping to find a way forward, however uncertain it may be. In the dim glow of the living room, father and daughter remain seated, two souls connected by the weight of the same tragedy. The road ahead is unclear, and the past still clings to them like a heavy fog. Yet for the first time, Dee-Dee feels the faintest glimmer of hope. A hope not born from the idea that the past can be rewritten, but from the understanding that they no longer have to carry the burden alone. Some wounds never fully heal, but together they can learn to live with them, and perhaps, in time, they can find the peace they've both been longing for.